Hello, and welcome to the third short video in this series about doing the 2020 year-end finance returns. This video covers these additional tabs that you might need to do under certain circumstances. Everyone's going to do the district return, but the other ones depend on what's happening in your district. You can go to the info tab here, and there is a series of questions, and you can work out which other ones you need to do. Okay. Oh, I should say, I'm Ros Epson, a finance volunteer helping with the returns this year. So the first tab we're going to look at is this grants one. Hopefully it will be pre-populated with any grants that you had outstanding from last year. So if you're holding balances, and I've just put in the name of the awarding body and the balance that you had at the year end. So you'll need to populate it with the rest of the figures. So anything else you've received in the year, what you've spent, and what balance you've got going forward, and then the purpose of the grant, exactly what you've done with it, and this bit about making sure you've got the documentation. That so that our auditors might ask for it, and the grant awarding bodies may ask for it. So make sure you've got that there. You've got space here to put several grants in, and do yell if you need any more. And it tots up at the bottom the balance that you've got on your grants. That figure there, the amount and spending on there from your restricted grants, should equal the amount on say the restricted grants figure that's in here, and that's right, the income expenditure and your restricted grants in there, and the restricted grants balance going forward. So try and make sure those agree, so you're clear about that. Okay, so that's the grants tab. The next one is the reconciliation, and this is to reconcile your bank accounts. So what you need to make sure is that any transaction that you've put of income and expenditure on the district return is reflected in your bank account. Otherwise they won't balance. So if you have got transactions that you've put on income and expenditure for 2020, but for some reason they haven't come through the bank account, someone's holding on to a cheque somewhere, or it hasn't gone through, then you might need to make an adjustment here by adding in those items, and like you normally do a bank reconciliation, and getting adjusted bank balance figure there. And whatever your adjusted bank balance figure is here, you need to put in on your district return again as your bank balance there. Okay. Right, so now we're looking at the consolidated, this pink one, the consolidated bank accounts. So you might want to use this if you've got several bank accounts. You might have one for every group in your district or whatever, and so but we're just looking for one figure on the district return. So if you've got several accounts, then you'll want to put in your figures. Hopefully the total at the bottom here should equal the total that you put on your district return here. And the last tab we're going to look at is the Consolidated Records tab. And that's something you might want to use if you've got lots of sets of income and expenditure accounts in your district. I know lots of districts have done their own accounting system. It's absolutely fine. You don't need to use this. It's only if it's helpful. If you do want to use it, and it is quite useful if you've got lots of things you're trying to keep track of. It's the same headings, you put them in here, and then you can just copy and paste all the figures here of restricted and unrestricted into your district returns tab. If you're going to do a copy and paste on this one, do it paste special and figures only, otherwise you'll just copy across the formulae and not the numbers. So you can just copy them into there. Okay, so hopefully that is all the extras that you might need to do depending on the circumstances in your group. as ever, if you've got any queries, please feel free to ask. There's information on the website or email us. And that's great. Okay, well, good luck with it all and hope it goes well. Thanks a lot. Bye.